With Tom from Against Me. Welcome to Forcastle.
Thanks.
You guys have you've been hitting Louisville quite a bit, it seems, lately.
For sure, yeah. Last couple times we played here, we played Headliners, I think is the name of the club, and we played a couple of like VFW hall type deals over the years, but yeah.
I'm sure you played those around the country.
Oh, yes.
You've come a long way. This new album, of course, is really interesting to me because you're hitting on your past, especially the first single, Teenage Anarchist. What's the reception really been like for this? Because as the outsider, you know, hearing the story, you talking about the days and how the fans are perceived, I mean, has there been any reaction so far?
Well, it's weird, you know. I mean, I feel like oftentimes it's not really helpful to you just as a person in general to pay attention to like what people say in magazines or what people say in press or what people say online, stuff like that, you know. And we've always been the type of band where, you know, we put out a record and like we get pretty good critical response usually, and then there's always like the people online who don't like it, the people who do. But the bottom line is we go out on tour and when we play shows, there's always kids who come out and they're stoked, you know, they're singing along and they're having a good time. So I mean, it's weird with this record in particular too, because I mean, physically it came out like June 7th or 8th or something like that, but it leaked like 3 months before that, and we had been touring before that as well. So I mean, really, like for us, the record's been out for like 6 or 7 months now already, you know, and the shows have been excellent on the tour. So it's been good times. That's cool.
It's always brought up the sound keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger. Are you writing for the stadiums now?
It's because we keep getting more and more deaf. We play like 200 plus shows a year, you know, the amps keep getting a little louder every time.
But even the choruses, the sing-along choruses, they're all there. I mean, the songwriting seems, you know, I don't want to say you're shooting for the mainstream, but it definitely sounds like it, which is, you know, not a bad thing. But is that conscious? Is that happening, or is this just your songwriting?
Well, you know, I think what you're trying to do is, you know, we're fortunate in that we get to play a wide variety of sizes of venues. You know, I mean, we still play really small shows, and then we'll play really big shows too, and we'll play, you know, festival type settings like this and stuff too. But when it comes to the really big shows, you're trying to transcend, you know, the limitations of the size of the room and everything like that, and still make it an intimate experience. So having, you know, songs that are instantly memorizable by people, you know, and instantly stick with them that they can sing along to, I think helps make for that mass experience, that group experience, which then can make, you know, a crowd of 30,000 people seem like, you know, it's just you and the band in the room. So.
You chose to bring a keyboardist out for this one.
Yes, Franz Nicolai, the infamous.
So far?
It's been great, man. I mean, you know, we've been friends for a long time, and I've been a fan of, you know, not only him as a musician on his own, but all the bands that he's played with over the years. So having him up on stage with us is awesome, you know.
And but the piano fits in well with the songs, right?
Yeah, well, on the new record, there's a couple songs that, you know, had piano parts or key parts, organ parts, and stuff like that. So we knew, you know, going into touring for this album that we wanted to bring someone with us, and then it just kind of worked out where I heard that Franz was not going to be touring with the Hold Steady anymore. So I shot him an email and asked if he wanted to come out with us, you know.
Now, you mentioned the record to you guys feels like it's been out for a little while. Are you already looking forward to the next one?
Well, you know, while it has been out for a little while, for me, the physical thing still means something, you know, and that period of time between when you finish recording a record and when an album is actually released is like this weird no man's land where it's hard to move on in life because you're like waiting for something to happen or for it to come out. So it's been out for like a month now, so just now it's like you finally feel like, okay, I can start thinking about the future. What is next, you know, and start writing, you know. But yeah, it's a weird. That's my least favorite thing about making records is that period of time, you know.
Your head's still all there.
Yeah.
Well, the new album is amazing. It's a great next step, especially from New Wave, which was amazing. So we're happy to be playing it over at WFPK, and it was great to meet you.
Yeah.
Have a great Forcastle.
Thanks, man.
All right.